Hey everybody, Ryan Ballengee with Golf News Net here, back with 2 off the first for November the 27th, 2017. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday. Here are our top 2 stories for this week. Obviously, our top story is Tiger Woods coming back to what we would loosely call competitive golf, making his return after what amounts to nearly a more than 9-month absence at the Hero World Challenge. He made a comeback of his tournament last year after a nearly 16-month absence from a pair of back surgeries in 2014. And then didn't do that great, but he made a lot of birdies and a bunch of eagles on an Albany Golf Club course in the Bahamas where there are 5 par 5s, in a hit and giggle event where there are 18 total players, all ranked in the top 50, all guaranteed to be paid, all guaranteed to get official World Golf Ranking points, and none of them really needing any of those things. So Tiger Woods is back again this year after having a back fusion surgery in April. He last played competitively in February when he had a no birdie 77 in the first round of the Omega Dubai Desert Classic. He withdrew after that, citing back pain, lower back pain, which ultimately led to him scrapping several starts. And then after announcing a golf course at Big Cedar Lodge in the Ozarks in Branson, Missouri, he then had the fusion procedure done. He's a little bit ahead of schedule in terms of his recovery, in terms of time frame to get back, but he says he's pain-free. And by all accounts, from Ricky Fowler to Brad Faxon to Patrick Reed to others who have observed him in recent weeks and months, they think he's hitting the ball just about as far as they are, if not farther, including past Fowler and world number 1 Dustin Johnson. Hideki Matsuyama is the defending champion, but really, the story is Tiger Woods, who's probably the guy who's grinding most of this tournament this week. He is paired in round 1 with Justin Thomas, the first time in their PGA Tour careers they're going to pair with each other in an official recognized, but not official money, PGA Tour event.
2 off the first!
The other big story in professional golf is the potential for a huge shakeup of the PGA Tour schedule starting in the 2018-19 season, so the next season after the current one ends in September 2018. As we all know, the PGA Championship and the Players' Championship are moving. The Players' Championship from May back to its original March date, and then the PGA Championship taking that slot at some point in May from August. That means there are going to be some other changes on the PGA Tour schedule as well, which could impact a number of tournaments, including 2 that are well-respected and well-liked. One being the WGC-Bridgestone Invitational played at Firestone Country Club in Akron, Ohio, Cleveland suburb. The word is from John Feinstein, who talked about this on a SiriusXM PGA Tour radio show, and with Crane's Business in Cleveland, that Bridgestone is going to back out as the title sponsor of the event after this year's playing. It's the final year of their contract, and they will no longer sponsor the World Golf Championships event in Ohio, meaning that Firestone may not host a PGA Tour event in 2019 for the first time in about 65 years. And then instead, Bridgestone would have an official PGA Tour event in their native Japan, add that to the Asian swing with the changes to the schedule that are coming in 2019. So, what fills the spot? We need a World Golf Championships event. Who's going to step up? Well, according to Feinstein again, it could be the FedEx St. Jude Classic in Memphis. FedEx is the title sponsor of the PGA Tour's playoff race, season-long points race, the FedEx Cup, and Feinstein says, according to his sources and a renegotiation of the contract moving forward for the sponsorship of the FedEx Cup, that FedEx, which is headquartered in Memphis, demanded to have the World Golf Championships event title placed on the Memphis event, which has been played ahead of the U.S. Open the week prior to the U.S. Open and in the days after the U.S. Open sectional qualifier in Memphis for years now. So that would mean Memphis would move from its June date ahead of the U.S. Open to an August date just ahead of the PGA Tour playoffs, but no longer ahead of the PGA Championship, which will be played in May for the first time in 2019. Could be an interesting shakeup. We have other things potentially coming, including a breakup of the second half of the Texas swing between Colonial and the Byron Nelson Championship with a sponsorship issue there. More interesting things could be coming down the pipe. And then there are issues with the National, Greenbrier, and more to come. So a lot of intrigue, schedule intrigue on the PGA Tour, and we'll find out more in the months to come. That's it for 2 off the first today. Be sure to subscribe and hit me up on social media. I'm at Ryan Ballengee, and make sure to follow Golf News Net at Golf News Net on Twitter, because our 18 days of golf are starting today with 18 or more giveaways of golf gifts for you or the golfer in your life. All you have to do is follow Golf News Net on Twitter and retweet our contest tweets to get a chance to win. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.